To begin this, we'll start with Mark Brennan.
I had to unmute myself. I apologize, Pat. Pat, can you take us through what the end of that game was like, the kind of confusion over what happened, and have you had an opportunity to see that 2-point conversion, the replay?
Yeah, obviously good play by them, I guess. They had a good call. And, I did see the replay. I'm not going to voice my opinion on it, but we shot ourselves in the foot too many times, so we can't get ourselves in that situation.
Rich Scarcella.
Pat, why do you think the offense made so many mistakes from the start after the first drive?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a culmination of things. Maybe, I don't think our attention to detail was great, including myself. I think that, we started fast, but we had to continue that mentality and kind of continue that momentum. We clearly didn't do that, and we shot, like I said, we got ourselves good opportunities in the red area and in the fringe, and we turned the ball over too many times. We turned it up 3-4 times, and you can't win the game by doing that. We put ourselves in a good position at the end of the game, but like I said, we can't turn the ball over that many times and expect to win.
Tobias Wilborn.
I guess from here, how tough will it be to, wash this one off and get it behind you, considering who you guys have next week?
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Obviously, this one hurts. Obviously, we just didn't play well enough to win. Credit to Indiana; they came out and played well. They capitalized on our turnovers, and it's gonna sting tonight and into tomorrow. But we're gonna have to watch that film and learn from it and adjust and just flush that game down and focus on Ohio State.
Chris Heidel.
Hey, Pat, do you feel like you guys were so amped up and ready for this game? Because I know you guys were like, they're going to have a season, off a season, on a season. Do you feel like you guys are so amped up, ready to go? That's why you guys made some mental mistakes?
I don't know if that's it. I think that we just kind of didn't focus enough on the little details, first steps, striking, and obviously in our pass game, not executing the proper way. We can't even use the excuse that this is a new offense. We're going to just adjust to it because we've had 100 meetings and 100 walkthroughs prior to this, and we just got to be better, including myself, and we're going to watch the film and get better from it.
Nate Bauer.
Pat, what do you guys say to Devin? Is that a team effort to console him at this point, or how do you guys approach a situation like that?
Yeah, it doesn't come down to one play. I think and that's where it comes back to the attention to details. We turned the ball over 3 times in the first half and put ourselves in a position to win, and we ended up doing that, and it just can't happen. And I talked to Devin after, and I told him to stay off social media and head down and just flush it down, and I'm gonna have your back regardless. And you hate to see it, but like I said, that's my brother. I'm gonna be there for him, and it just didn't come down to that one play. We turned the ball over way too many times.
I'm sorry, Tyler Donahue.
Hey, Pat, as a team captain, as a guy who as emotionally invested as anyone, it would seem, how would you describe what the locker room was like after this one? And how important is it to kind of feel those emotions and express those emotions when you do feel them in this situation?
Yeah, to personally, I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed in how the whole offense performed today. I think that Coach Rocker did a good job putting us in the right positions and calling the right plays. But at the end of the day, you can call whatever play you want. You can and do whatever you want on offense. But at the end of the day, if your players aren't executing it the right way or doing the right things on the field, then you're never going to be able to get anything. And we were able to move the ball, but we shot ourselves in the foot way too many times. And it's just at this point, it's just disappointing. But we have to move on.
Andrew Destin.
This question might have already been asked, but was there a conversation before that play with Devin going into the end zone? Were you guys told to not enter the end zone or score? Was that a conversation?
Yeah, we talked about it. But that just goes back to, the whole team, the whole offense, really, just not executing the details. We have to stay locked in on the sideline and continue to echo back the situations. And maybe he wasn't in at the time when we said that, but I've been in his shoes in high school once, and it's very hard to see that the end zone just open up like that and just think of yourself to get down. But we just have to stay locked in on the sideline and know the situation and continue to echo it back. And we just gotta be locked in on the little details.
Mark Brennan.
Pat, do you say anything to your teammates after the game about getting this? I think you said flush it, or is that something that waits till tomorrow? And what was or will your kind of more in-depth message be as a leader to these guys?
Yeah, I haven't really talked to anyone in the locker room, but this one hurts. Just like anyone else on the team, losing is the worst thing in the world, in my opinion. You just wish you could go out there and film again and go out there and change the play, what happened in certain situations, but you can't. You have to learn from it and move on, and you just gotta flush it. We're gonna take the night. We're gonna let it hurt because it needs to hurt, because hurting gets growth, and without growth, the season is gonna go down in a way we don't want it to go. So we have to continue to grow, use it as fuel, and use it to get better.
Neil Rodell.
Yeah, Pat, thanks for doing this. Just wondering, what do you think it was? It didn't seem like you guys were on the same page, you and Sean, and particularly early on.
The first drop I had, that was totally on me. I just didn't see it to the tuck, and I take great pride in not dropping the ball and being a reliable target, but that one just got the best of me. And the second one, we just weren't on the same page. It was man, and I broke it, I think, too flat, and he thought I was breaking it high. So we just have to go back to the drawing board on that one and do some extra routes after practice. And I think overall, me and Cliff have a pretty good connection. I think today, at certain points in the game, it showed. But we just gotta get that back.
Final 3 questions for Pat, starting with Nate Bauer.
Pat, can you evaluate how you felt about your sense of urgency offensively? Was there a balance to strike between, remaining patient in coming back, but also, starting to kind of kick into it a little bit?
You're talking about the second half?
Yeah.
I think Coach Rocket does a good job using the tempo to our advantage. I think, we didn't need to panic at, midway through the third quarter, the beginning of the fourth. I don't think we needed to panic. And I think he did a good job managing that. And I think that, it is what it is. I'm kind of a lot, to be honest, I'm at a lost for words about this, but yeah.
I believe Tyler Donahue had a question.
It seemed like Sean was going to change the narrative of his game. Maybe he did change it with a couple of those big plays, the touchdown run, the big throw to Jahan. How would you describe what you saw from him? There were some extended periods where things just weren't working. And did you anticipate he would have such a large role as a runner in this opener?
I think with Cliff, whenever the opportunity presents himself, if a play breaks down or whatever, obviously he's gonna run and get yards. And I think that he did a good job as always, scrambling and finding those extra yards when we need them. And I think that touchdown was a hell of a run. But Cliff's my guy, and he's put in so much work and so much effort in the offseason. I know he's gonna be his toughest critic, and I'm gonna be there to support him, and we're gonna talk through this. And in my opinion, it's not Cliff's performance, it's the whole offense performance. It's my performance, it's Jahan's performance, it's Michael Mendes' performance, it's Cliff's performance, it's everyone. We're gonna have to come together as an offense tomorrow and learn and talk about everything and figure it out really quick.
Last question for Pat, Rich Scarcella.
Thanks, Kevin. Pat, while you were waiting for the referees to make that last call, what were you doing Can you describe to us what that was like waiting for that?
Yeah, I mean, it stunk. Obviously, it's leaving the game up to the ref's hand. You would never want that. You know, we wanted to end the game on our terms, but you know, like I said, I just kind of thought about the whole game and how, you know, to be honest, we were lucky to be in that point because of turning the ball over way too many times and the whole situation at the end of the game. But we can't, like I said, we can't put the end of the game into the ref's hand. I mean, I was kind of by myself. I saw the replay. I'm going to leave my opinion out of it, but we can't let the end of the game get to the refs like that.
Thank you.
Pat, thank you for your time.